time that I tell them the first time that BDSM was ever mentioned was in cuneiform writings on tablets.
Mm.
Cuneiform is the very first form of writing made by the Sumerians, created by the Sumerians, ancient Sumerians, right? That tells you that BDSM is as old as writing itself. Now,
Mm.
what does that tell you about what we do? It goes way back. It goes way, and people just, close it off. They close themselves off to it, but we're gonna wake them up. We're gonna wake them up and make them realize this is a real thing.
They do need to be woke to that.
I don't know
Hmm.
what this means over here.
Yeah,
Hmm.
for sure.
Hold on, somebody's all right. Let's see. We got 7:06. Well, I mean, we got a few people on here. I mean, we can get started here in a minute. For the time being, we was just chit chatting early on. We kind of get on a little bit early and just go back and forth, exchanging ideas and talking, getting comfortable and all. Sheba is coming. She was running a little bit behind, so she's gonna be in here in a second. But I'm here. I know y'all love seeing my face. This mug. So now with the pretty face will be in here in a minute because I know y'all don't want to see me, but it's a lot of pretty faces in this room. So y'all look at them. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
So silly.
Yeah, so we're gonna in a few minutes here we're gonna get started with the disclaimer and whatnot. Before we get into that, I just want to take a second and say what's up. What's going on, y'all? It's a new year. Like, there's got to be some new things. I know everybody's feeling good. Who's hit the gym? If you hit the gym this week or you went and worked out in some way, raise your hand in the group. Hit a like or do something. Let me see something because I wake up in the mornings and I get out there now. I have my time period where I wasn't doing what I should have been doing, but I always give myself a little bit of grace for Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's when all the good food is available. So you gotta I gotta enjoy that good food for a little while. But once the holidays is over, you get started moving around again. And I know a lot of people come with New Year's resolutions. So,
Mhm.
okay, right? A lot of New Year's resolutions.
So, sir, may I speak?
Yes, indeed.
Not only the gym, but also a nutritional change in your life in this new year. Change some of
Right.
your food habits, change some in how you prepare your food habits. Learn about blood type nutrition that is very beneficial for the individual. Um, Great things to know. So, with that gym, make sure you're doing the same thing in that kitchen.
Right on, right on. Yeah, it's funny. I actually, before I came on, I ate a little bit of a salad that I had this morning. Well, this afternoon, I had salad, a pasta, and this pasta and what would you call it? It's like pasta
It's a Caesar
and
salad with
Caesar.
pasta.
Salad, yeah.
Way easier
Caesar
than what I
salad.
was thinking. That's way easier than what I was thinking. But that sounds right. That's what it was.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's
Caesar salad.
that's it. It's just Caesar salad with some pasta in it. But it does the job. It puts something in your stomach, but it also don't have a whole lot of calories. So as
Right.
you round, you're burning off more calories than you're taking in. That's the key to the whole thing. You got to burn more calories than you're taking in. That's why it's best to drink water, 0 calories, as
as opposed
opposed
to
to drinking tea or whatever that has a calorie count, a high calorie count. Even though it's not that high, but water's always best. I know there's like this okra water that's out there now. A lot of people have been talking about. I hate okra, so I don't see how anybody.
I love
It's
okra, but
okay.
not okra water.
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
okay. It's a lot of great benefits. I tried it. Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
do it
know it's some
again.
benefits, but that's what I was getting to. There's some benefits to that joker, but I can't drink it because it's okra.
It's like
So, may I speak?
Yes, indeed. Go ahead, Sam.
Alkaline water and also distilled water has benefits as well.
Yeah, I drink
Um,
alkaline water.
I taught blood type nutrition for 17 years for the Marine Corps, and trust me, alkaline water distilled water, very beneficial.
Okay. Well, there you go. You heard it from the source. Somebody trained in the field. Right?
Yeah.
Right. All right. So now that we got us a little bit of health information, we ready to roll. Look, she was here. She's ready.
Hi. I was grabbing dinner grocery shop there, y'all. My bad.
Yeah, put your background on.
Oh.
They're just looking at the green screen like, what the hell is that? They got a green.
We don't use it for what y'all think we use it for.
Not all the time, at least. Sometimes. So I know y'all can't wait for my joke. Y'all make sure y'all stick around at the end because I got a good one this week. This one's gonna make you laugh. It's gonna make you laugh. So you want to stick around for that. If nothing else, if you walk away from here with nothing else, you're gonna hear this joke. You're gonna get these jokes.
You're gonna like it.
And then I know some of y'all went back to work and told people my joke last week, didn't you? The jalapeno joke. Yeah, I know some of y'all did. You ain't gonna admit it because you don't want me to have my shine. There it is. Look, Sanger did. All right, y'all. So this week, we're going to be talking about submission, safety, and self-trust. It's a combination of all these different things that we know to be true and we know to be right. But this week, we're going to talk about overlooking some of these things, self-trust, believing in your vibe, believing in how you feel inside. We all have this tool that guides us along, but some of us choose to put it to the side. We fight ourselves off. We tell ourselves that we must be coming from a place of trauma. And sometimes that's true, but not all the time. So we're going to show you the difference between living in that space where you're dealing with things through trauma and actually doing the work when you have those moments and coming out the other side a better person, more informed on yourself as well as others. It's going to be a good look for a lot of us, and I felt like this would be a good title for the beginning of the year. I feel like this year is going to be a lot of introspection. A lot of people are going to start looking more inward for their answers. And we want this to be one of the places where you get some insight on how to do that. So the disclaimer is coming right now in a few seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Hi, guys. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Triskelion Tuesday Talks. Of course, before we begin, I just want to let everyone know this is an educational and discussion-based space. Nothing shared tonight replaces professional mental health care, legal advice, or medical guidance. We ask that you speak from your own experiences, avoid calling anyone out, and engage respectfully. You are always free to step back, pass, or just listen. This space exists for growth, not judgment.
Not judgment. That's what we want. We need everybody to remember there's never any judgment in this space. Whatever we talk about, that's why we do this, because we want to find spaces where we can speak freely and not be judged. We want to be accepted. And that's what this space does. So as you speak, just know that no one's judging. We're listening intently. We want to help however we can. Although we aren't, lawyers, or we're not all therapists and whatnot, we do what we can and we lead by what we know to be true. So don't go telling people, Sir Knight told me to do this and it didn't work. I'm not saying to do it. All I'm giving you is something to think about, which is important in this thing. You got to have balance. It can't be all one way or the other. You got to have, you get information, you get a little bit of the devil's advocate over here to get the other side. So, yeah, that's what we're doing over here for y'all. So I hope y'all ready for it, and I hope y'all appreciate it. Getting back to it, tonight's topic is subject self-trust. And I want to be clear off the rip. Submission is not, it's not taking your own feelings off the shelf. It's not putting your own desires and wants and stuff aside to make someone else happy. It should never require fear, silence, or self-erasure, right?
Yeah.
You got to maintain some sort of autonomy, or it kind of takes away from the idea of choosing to submit. If the person's not choosing to submit, if they're being forced to submit in some way or putting themselves aside in order to be accepted, that's not what we want.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of S types don't struggle because they submit. They struggle because once power enters the picture, they stop trusting themselves. Now think about that for a second. I know that S types want to be led. I know we all know this. However, you still have to maintain some sense of self in this. That's how you're going to get the maximum bang for your buck, let's say. No pun intended.
Bang, 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 bang.
Like I said, a lot of S types don't struggle because they submit. They struggle because in that moment when they get the power, they lose themselves. You don't have to. Here go the dogs again. You don't have to lose yourself in order to be a good submissive. Tonight's episode is going to be mainly run by submissives. I'm just throwing my little 2 cents in here and there, just to jazz it up a little, because I know y'all like hearing my voice and y'all want to see this mug. So I like to throw my own little 2 cents in there every now and then. But for the most part, we're going to have Summer and Sheba. Don't worry about that. We're going to have Summer and Sheba talking. So we need y'all to interact. We need questions. If you have questions, you can raise your hand and wait till you called on, or you can just throw it up in the chat. We're going to get to them all. We're going to answer all the questions tonight. They're ridiculous. Stop.
Stop.
I'm sorry, y'all. These dogs is all in my way. They're all in my face. Go ahead. Let me get ready to go.
Yes, Summer.
All righty. So hello, good evening, everyone. So I'll go ahead and pick up. So we'll go ahead and we love our case studies, my house and our Zooms do. So there's research that helps explain why this happens. And let's see. A 2017 review in the Journal of Trauma and Disassociation found that people with unresolved attachment trauma often prioritize maintaining connection over honoring discomfort, especially in hierarchical relationships. So an S-type might say, not because it feels right, but because the fear of losing connection feels worse than the discomfort itself. Basically, am I choosing this, or am I afraid of what happens if I don't? So as an S-type, like going into it, I've been an S-type for about 2 years, Sheba? About 2 years. Almost 2 years. So you definitely have to be true to yourself. We all want to, I run our S-type chat, so we go over this a lot with red flags and vetting and things. And the most important question when you embark on this journey is, especially being a new submissive, you want to make sure that one, when you are vetting with a dominant or potential dominant, or just, starting those early talks, that you really get to know yourself. Like, you know what you will accept, what you won't accept, and kind of are true to this, because once you start that journey of vetting, you're putting forth who you want to put forth your true self, so that the journey is authentic, and that when you're expressing your true self and things that you accept and you won't accept, things you like, you don't like, that helps the connection. No one wants to kind of waste time and not be their self, or kind of just going along with the program, and it's not going to pan out well if you're not your true self. So Early on, with submission, you definitely have to um, kind of be your true self, and in those early talks when you're vetting. Let's say, Daddy, I think you're up because I kind of freestyled mine.
Yeah.
So basically, can y'all hear me?
We can hear you.
Yeah. So basically, if a dominant benefits from an S type not questioning themselves, that's not leadership. It's imbalance. And from a distance, that can look like it's all together, but there's truly something going on inside the dynamic, something lacking. And that's where the work comes in to identify it, point it out, bring it up, talk about it. Like Summer was saying, sometimes that structure can feel like relief, but relief isn't the same as safety. We got to remember that and keep that fresh in your mind. We're Singer.
Definitely.
I know Singer got something to say.
Uh-huh.
Where you at? I can't hear you.
No, I was just thumbs up on that. That was very true what you said.
Thank you. And then we do have another case study. For case study number 2, silence and erosion. The Gottman Institute found that when one partner consistently avoids voicing discomfort, again, speaking up for yourself, to keep the peace, trust erodes, even when the relationship looks, stable. Silence can preserve a dynamic short term, but in the long term, silence and not speaking up and being true to yourself, it basically damages the bond long term.
Mm,
Yeah.
definitely.
So I want to go ahead and go to the audience with this, and you don't have to answer out loud if you want to reflect, or you can put your hand up or come off mute. Have you ever ignored your intuition and avoid, have you ever ignored your intuition, I can't talk, to avoid losing a dynamic? So you kind of didn't speak up because you wanted to stay in the dynamic and wasn't really honest with yourself or with your dominant. Has anyone had that scenario or um, known anyone that's went through that particular type of situation? You can come off mute, raise your hand.
I think at one point in everyone's time, they have experienced that may be minute or severe. Um, Hopefully, that's a learning tool of what not to do and how not to feel. So even if they haven't, there will be a point they will experience that. You can't escape it. Just pray that that person has enough wisdom to, like you say, know themselves to put a stop to it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Queen
Anyone
over
else?
here. What you got, Queen?
She on mute.
Oh,
Okay, I really didn't have anything to say. I was agreeing with everybody because Singa is definitely right. If you don't experience it, you will. Because at times dynamics just have hard times. And all the seasons change relationships. It changes how you feel and all the good feelings. And then, like for me, I am married to my dominant. So that brings on a whole lot of other things that come into play with children, house, bills, not having the space or time. So you really have to take time. And recently I just took time for self. I removed myself out of all the groups and all the chats to give myself some clarity, some
Mhm.
understanding, some space to reconnect to myself, to really understand what it is that I need and what I continue to want. Because he's not just my D type, he's my husband. And
Mhm.
sometimes they don't always collide in the right
Mhm.
direction at the same time. So sometimes you have to have hard conversations and you just have to really just step away and take a moment for self and redirect yourself. And that just has to be understood both ways.
Thank you for sharing
Mm.
that, Queen. That's
Yeah.
factual. That's
You're
Hmm.
facts.
welcome. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard at times, and people are just like you. All of you are saying it's not all the time as easy as we make it out to look. Facebook makes a lot of things just look so good, and it's
Mm-hmm.
also and it's good. It's good. It's great. But the real stuff is like really just taking a self evaluation,
Mhm.
especially in this lifestyle. It's really difficult sometimes. So you just gotta take a step back sometimes, and it's okay.
Yep.
Self-reflect and always be true to yourself. Yeah. It just
Yeah.
feels better when you live when you're authentic. Yeah. This journey is not easy, but being
Well,
upfront and being
some
yourself
of the
kind
things
of.
I want to do.
What was that?
Unmute yourself.
Is that Myron?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was unmuted. I mean, I was muted. I'm muted. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
oh, that's okay.
Mhm.
Did somebody else say something?
I don't think so.
YRB.
YRB said something. I thought I saw some two people pop up.
You're on mute. There you go.
Right. Um, I wanted to. Well, I don't. You asked a question about have you ever felt. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a cat mom. He about to make me mad. Um,
See, these animals, it's like they mess with you.
I
You
don't know
trying to
what
do
wrong with
something.
them. They was over here clowning, man. Anyway, you asked, has it ever been a time where I felt intimidated? We're still in the vetting state right now.
Mhm.
So, um, and life started lifing. So we haven't really had a chance to actually just get anything in concrete. We've had a rope session. We do a lot of conversation, but we've really haven't gotten into the actual hey, this is what we finna do type of thing because like I said, life started life. And so the one time that I have felt intimidated, I got invited to a party, a lifestyle party, and I'm kind of leery on going to places by myself because in the lifestyle part because I found out that a couple of people that's in the city was not. I'm trying to make this as short as I can, y'all. I promise.
That's
Um,
No,
fine.
I found out that some people was like talking about me and stuff, and I know I'm 49 years old, and it really shouldn't bother me, but honestly, it did, and it made me feel very, very insecure, and they
no,
was
no,
calling
Black.
me
Okay.
weirdo,
Hold
and
on.
they was
Let's just
doing a
go
whole
back.
lot of old
Hold
goofy
on.
stuff, and
Hold on. 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Let's just go back because that black don't crack, boy. I swear, I'm looking at her. I'm like, she's a kid. We talking to a kid here.
I'm not a
But
kid. I will be 50 in August.
all
All
right.
right.
If God let us see the test sign. But and that's also a contingent too. But I was invited to a party and I did the right thing. I asked him. I was like, "Hey, can I go? Or can you go with me?" Because I didn't really feel comfortable going by myself because in the back of my mind I kept saying, "What if these people that's been talking about me this whole time, they're supposed to be in this group with me, what if they're there?" So I was gonna be a big girl. I was gonna go, and he paid for me because it was a fee. He paid for me to go, and he was like, "I can't go with you because some stuff is going on, but I want you to go. I want you to have a good time." And I was like, "Are there limits?" We discussed limits. We discussed what I was wearing. He picked what I was putting on. Everything. We discussed everything. Y'all, I got in that party and I could not stop shaking. I could not stop shivering. I could not stop shaking. I couldn't function. I kept texting him and saying, I keep shaking. Do I have to stay? Can I go? And I when I got there, I was still in my clothes. Like we were still in because it was cold. We were still in our regular clothes. Well, I also underdressed because I wasn't thinking I was just unprepared. And when I got there and saw how underdressed I was, I kind of was. "Ugh." So I kept shaking. I kept shaking. I kept shaking. And then and they was like, well, it's time for everybody to get dressed. And I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go upstairs and get dressed.
Yeah, I could barely get out my clothes. I just was in the corner shivering. And finally I was like,
Mm.
fuck it. I can't do this. I don't even know why I tried to do this by myself. So I put on, I'm tell you how quick I was to get out of there. I ain't even put my bra back on.
Aw,
Trust
that's
and
so
believe.
I'm
sorry.
It
That's
sorry to hear
isn't
that.
too big to
terrible.
be out here just walking around. I walked 5 blocks to get to that party because the party was downtown in downtown part of our city. I walked 5 blocks. I walked 5 blocks there and I literally ran 5 blocks back to my car. I dropped my keys. I dropped my phone. I dropped the bag that my clothes was in. Some white people ended up coming to help me because I just went all out of sorts. It took me 18 hours to get myself back right. I couldn't even go to
Mm.
church the next day. I just had to sit here and recombobulate myself because there were people at this party that I know have talked about me like a dog. And I'm non-confrontational, so I really ain't got nothing to say because you do what you want to do, and you know you can't stop people from saying what they're gonna say about you. You just gotta let it
Mhm.
roll.
Right.
So, but it was just the fact that I felt so defeated and I apologized to him several times. I kept saying, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. He was like, no, I'm sorry. And he apologized too. He was like, I'm sorry I let you go by yourself. I really think I should have gone with you, but I really wanted you to go. And it was just that I don't know whether there was intimidation. I don't know whether there was fear. I don't know whether there was fight or flight because this is not my first lifestyle party. I've been in this 10 years. So it just freaked me out that it made that happen around
Wow.
people that I supposed to be comfortable with or they're supposed to be my quote unquote tribe. And it didn't feel like my tribe that night. It felt like some outsiders and I felt scared and I don't know. And it's been times where I've been with him and we've been out just in public places and I've messed around and got some weird anxiety or whatever and just him saying listen to the sound of my voice and it'll calm
Mm.
me all the way down. But there I didn't have that. So it's the intimidation thing is very real with us. Like I said, we're still in discussion mode. So I'm still doing the well. What happens if this happens where this is going to be my actual dom, and
Mhm.
I'm working on it. I promise I'm working on it. I'm working on it every day.
Mm.
I am. I read stuff. I journal more. This year I decided that I was going to be more intentional and take accountability and be more assertive in what I want to do. And that has already happened. We actually saw each other today. He smelled so good when he came over here. But I
I
just
love that.
I really want to be able to be more comfortable in my skin and be comfortable and be more assertive about and take accountability on what I actually want done and what actually needs to happen because um yeah, that was a shitty day.
Oh, I'm so sorry you went through that.
And I don't know if y'all can hear me shaking talking about it. That's so bad. I'm so
No,
embarrassed. But
shouldn't
yeah,
be embarrassed.
the intimidation thing or even just going in spaces where you either don't know nobody in that space or you know the people that's in that space and you know that they don't like you and they don't feel like you belong or whatever. I'm trying to figure out what I missed the handbook of where I was supposed to belong. But it is an intimidation factor and I have asked questions about that and a lot of times the first thing out of somebody's mouth was be myself. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Right. Some people don't like that.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, in this lifestyle, I really wish, I really wish I could tell you that that was a one-off and you're never going to experience it again. But I just can't because that's just not the way. That's not the way this thing works. We want to believe that once people come into this space, they kind of lose all of that messiness about them. But these are just people that are bringing these are people that are just bringing that same energy that they have in their civilian life and their regular day-to-day life and it's bleeding over because they're the same people. Coming into this lifestyle doesn't it's not a switch that gets flipped where all of a sudden you're understanding and you're compassionate and, you know, all of these things. That's not the way it works. People come into the lifestyle, they don't do the work that they need to. So they're still out here being judgmental. They're still out here trying to be mean girls and bullies and shit. Unfortunately, that's something that we got to deal with. On the bright side, you hanging with some people that don't give a fuck about it, because I let them know all the time. Like, and that's part of the reason why a lot of them don't like me. To this day, they don't like me. But I really don't care, because first of all, ain't nobody about to do me nothing. That's number one. Number two, when I leave their space or the space where they're at, I'm in my happy space. I'm good. My life is great. You know, on some real shit, like, these people are people that are unhappy with themselves in the first place. When they leave the space that they in, they going back to their miserable ass lives. And they mad about that. They don't like it. How dare somebody walk in peace? How dare somebody actually come into this place and do the work and actually feel comfortable enough to be themselves? How dare you, when I'm still struggling to find out who the fuck I am? So when you look at it like that, you winning. You on top. They might have made you feel uncomfortable, and I hate that for you. But just they made you feel uncomfortable this time, it don't mean you got to be uncomfortable the next time, or the next time, or the next time. What's important is you keep getting out there and you keep trying, because it would be too easy for you to just shut it down now and be like, you know what? I can't do it. I'm not going out there no more. These people have me shaking and shit, and I'm not doing that again. It's easy to do that, but we doing this because we trying to be better. We're doing this because we're trying to push ourselves to grow, and we're trying to do something different with our lives. This is the work. This is where the work comes in. Unfortunately, that's just what it looks like. You know, if it was all easy, everybody would do it. It would, you know, but this is where the work comes in. So you're already on the right path because you're already having the conversation about it, which is great on your behalf, because most people don't even have this conversation. You know what happens? Most people, after a weekend like that, they post, think I'm stepping back from the lifestyle for a little while. I'm not going to be involved with anyone. I think I'm done with the lifestyle. And then they disappear.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing the work because you're confronting the problem, you're thinking about it, and you're having a conversation with your real tribe. Not with them people. Your tribe ain't just people who look like you. You ever heard the saying, all skin folk ain't kinfolk?
Mm.
It's the same thing. Just because they out there in the party in the areas that you be in, that don't make them your people. But you can't let them people destroy your fun and destroy your time. You have an opportunity now. You had the situation. You learned from it. You grew from it. You talked to your D-type about it. Y'all are growing from it. Seems to me like y'all winning. But that's just me on the outside looking in. But that's because I don't fuck with them people anyway. Bro. I don't know with people, but I hate bullies. All my life I hated the whole. See, I'm not gonna go all off into this, but all I'm gonna say is I've always hated bullies. Once I realized that I was strong, I started beating them up, because bullies is really bitches. Like, for real, they cowards, they punks. They ain't got nothing about them. They hoping and praying that nobody don't really stand up to them, because then it's gonna show who they really are. I'm the one. I'll stand up to them. Pussy. And once you do, watch your mouth. I'm sorry. I'll stand up to them, and when I stand up to them, they tend to fall in on themselves. That being said, you're on the right path and you're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad. Glad.
Sir, may I speak?
Yes, indeed. Go ahead.
Bullies want to be us. Since they don't know how to be us, they try to remove us.
Mm-hmm.
That's facts.
Period.
Yeah, Daddy, she said he's very understanding and he really tries to calm me down when he feels the anxiety creep. That's good.
Dope. That's dope. That's what he's supposed to do. That's our job.
Yeah.
You know, supposed to help you and as a D type, that's what we do. We try to lead you and guide you to a better place. That's it.
He does.
Yeah.
And it's weird because we don't never really talk about it. He is way out of the age of realm of possibilities that I would even fool with it that age, with me being the age that I am. And it was so crazy because honestly, you know how sometimes you be like, well, if that is that person gonna make you, make you come up or whatever.
Mhm.
I'm the pole one in the situation. So it's weird, but he is very understanding. And when he sees the anxiety creep up, like even if we having just a normal conversation and I start
Mhm.
talking fast or something like that, or I start using my hands a little bit more, he'd be like, hey, what you doing? Or,
Mhm.
he don't even say it ugly. It's crazy. But he
See
does
it in your
have,
face while you're talking. Huh? I hope you can see this somewhere because, like, I
You
can see it in your
you
face.
like him.
he does. I like him.
Okay.
I do. I like him. But we're gonna keep it straight. So because
So,
we didn't try to get a little cricket. We actually ain't got a little cricket, but
yeah, it happens.
we just working on it right now. But it's not bad. It's I feel safe. And that's my main concern because
Yeah.
if I don't feel safe, I don't, I don't want you in my house. I don't want you around me. My safety is more, and I think that's what happened the night of the party. I didn't feel safe. So
Yeah.
safety is my main concern because I can't do that. I just can't. So
Yeah.
he makes me feel safe, and I think that's the
Oh.
number one thing. Because if I don't feel safe, I ain't even taking my purse in the house. So,
Safety is a
but
big
yeah,
thing.
It's in the
Well,
That's
house.
all.
I wanna invite you to my S type chat. If you get a chance, DM Summer Night. I think you'll be
you
a
want me to do
great
it now?
addition. Yeah,
I'm gonna
Summer
do it
Night.
now because I'm actually going through menopause and I have to get stuff real fast. It's so crazy. I can't stand menopause, but we're gonna work on it. But it's
Yeah, you're gonna like the chat. Definitely DM me now and I'll go ahead and add you.
okay.
But thank you for sharing.
You're
Yeah,
welcome. Thank y'all for
No
letting me share.
problem. No
that was you.
problem.
That's a perfect example of being faced with a situation where it's either grow or go. And I feel like she's growing.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like she's
Yeah,
growing at a
definitely. Yeah.
um continue to do the work, continue to you're doing it. You're
Yeah.
doing great. Keep it up.
And she definitely showed self trust because she knew in that environment that it
Mhm.
wasn't a safe space.
Mhm.
And a lot of times fear can keep you trapped. And you'll be scared to leave. I done came here. I don't want to look dumb because I'm leaving and party ain't even really started. No, you got to trust your gut. When it say something ain't right, it's not right. And he said that to
Mhm.
us all the time. Like when something doesn't happen the way you thought it was going to happen, it's for a reason.
Mhm.
You got to trust whatever that reason is.
Yeah.
Sometimes something as small as you get caught at a light because it was a car accident a few lights down the road and you were supposed to miss it. But
Mhm.
that self trust is really what helps you evolve through this because you could have just ate it and not communicated how you felt and just allowed that feeling to
Like that.
fester and grow.
You could have ate it and not communicated. I like that.
I was not trying to rhyme you. But kudos, kudos. Because you got to listen to your inner voice. That inner voice saves you from a lot of stuff, and the moment you ignore it is when you find yourself in that situation where you start to doubt yourself because you
Mhm.
made a decision without that inner voice. It's like, did I make the right choice? And sometimes we just shut up and check
Man,
it.
you killing it with the inner voice. Did I make the right choice? Come on. She got this
Rap
written down
star. She's a rap star.
on me. Huh?
She's a lyricist.
Poetic by nature. I'm a
May
writer.
I speak? May I speak for a moment?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
And YRB, I'm sorry that that happened to you. If you ever decide to go out again, and I think that you should, next time try your event host. Your hosts are supposed to be protectors and safe spaces as well. So
Mhm.
next time before you run out, if you can, find you a host that's the party host or the event host and go to them tell them that the trouble that you're having, because believe me, you're not the only person that's having anxieties or different things going on in your head. Your host is supposed to monitor the parties and monitor the events and make sure people are good in the spaces. So if you decide to go again and you go alone, use your party host for safe spaces. And if they can't provide safe spaces for you, then you know that those are not the spaces for you.
Thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah. Say that,
Thank
Queen.
you.
Clock it. Are the kids still saying that? Are we still clocking stuff? I don't know.
Yeah, we still clocking.
Okay, clock it.
Does anybody else have anything to share before we keep this train moving?
Choo choo. And not in a lifestyle way, y'all. We classy.
All righty, so let's keep it moving. Is where Daddy at? I don't see his face.
He's right here.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna go ahead and do another case study, which we love. In a 2019 qualitative study by Wright and Newmar, long-term S-type said the first red flag they ignored was feeling special too fast before consistency or accountability.
Yeah. Being chosen feels powerful. And it's a good blinder. What they call that, like love bombing.
NRE.
Right.
Yeah,
But
NRE.
But it's not the same thing as feeling safe.
Yeah, it's not.
You know?
It's definitely not.
That's what's important here is we got to remember, like, being love bombed, that feels great. You know, to feel chosen, it feels great, but it's not the same thing as feeling safe.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
Yeah. We said something there. But shrinking yourself can start to feel like loyalty. What's that saying is you get quieter. You stop asking for as much. You just kind of go along for the sake of getting along. And because you don't speak on anything, it seems like you're in agreement with everything. That's what people don't consider. You saying, well, I didn't agree to it. Your silence was an agreement because when it happened, you never said no. You never said stop. A lot of people think that safe words only exist in the bedroom. They do not. Even in the regular day-to-day, the vanilla-ish aspects of a dynamic. If you don't feel okay with something, he says, hey, every day I want you to go to the window and flash the neighborhood your titties. If you don't feel good, red or whatever your safe word is, because if you don't and you do it, the moment you go to push against it, it's like, well, I thought you liked it. You're kind of building a foundation on a set of values that you don't even uphold. So my grandma used to say, a closed mouth don't get fed.
Right. And all dominance, we have to ask if this obedience is offered freely or if it's being extracted. That's something that any D types that's on here need to take that into consideration and use that as need be moving forward. Always question that.
Definitely. Because what happens is if it's not and it's any fear involved, fear can masquerade as devotion if we don't examine it.
Man, we cooking today, boy.
You know a little something, Daddy. A little something.
Never feel afraid that just because you agreed in the beginning that you can't now use your voice because you're allowed to pause and renegotiate. So yeah, I was silent. I let him hit me with that wooden block. I didn't like the wooden block, but today is Tuesday, and I can say today I do not like being hit with it.
Right.
And it's okay. Things change, dynamic change. What you may have been into kink wise or dynamic wise today may change tomorrow. So never feel like because, I agreed to it. I signed a contract that as you grow and evolve within the dynamic that you are prevented from being able to say, you know what, when I started, I was new. I thought I really liked wax play, but we tried it a few times. I don't like it yanking off my booty hairs. So moving forward, Y'all know I get no sense. I don't want to get too serious, but essentially, you can change, you can flip, you can renegotiate. So never feel like you're stuck just because of previous agreements.
Right. And as a dominant, it requires patience, a lot of patience. So, the D types that are in here expect that things might change. Things that were good one day might not be good another day. You have to be flexible enough to understand it's not a slight to you. Don't personalize it. Don't take it personal. Oh, she don't like me because she don't want me to beat her senseless. Like that don't even make sense. So just be flexible. Be able to kind of take it back. Look at yourself. Look in the mirror. Mm-hmm.
That's really somebody in the chat. Chiba, you want to go to the chat?
Let's see what's going on in the Chimba chat. Ooh, y'all be having all these questions. Ooh, the chat been jumping. So I'm just gonna scan because some of you guys were having your conversations with each other. And we love that. We appreciate that. Some of our newer comments. Aisha said, "This is great. If you have told me that they were a little scared of the person that I was vetting, but it was clear that no one was communicating." We're all adults, and they think sometimes your friends think, well, I see it, she has to see it, or he has to see it because they can be the dominant missing stuff. I know it's not about these types, but they deserve that same consideration too. So listen, sometimes that's why get me as a friend. I'm telling you, he weird. He weird. Let's go somewhere else. Let's see what else. Queen, love that case study that you put up, Summer. She said it was powerful. And it's Queen that is serious because she don't like it, she don't like it. Let's see here. And YRB said, I'm going again. Just will be more prepared this next time and probably won't be alone. And also get coping mechanisms because sometimes just because of the past, you may stir up that anxious feeling. So decide some things ahead of time, especially if you go along. But even if you don't, that you can do to cope, short of leaving.
I wanna just add on a little something here for you. I was thinking about as well. A way to take your power in this situation. This is something that it's an actual thing. It works if you do it. Walk right up to him. Walk right up to him and say, "Hey, what's up?" Force them to smile in your face. Force them to say, "Hi, how are you?" This way, everybody that they've been talking shit to got to look at them now and say, "Damn, they full of shit." All that talking, and just smiled in that girl's face and said, "Hey, I'm just saying, it works. You'd be surprised."
Or she could walk up with the middle finger and say, "Oh."
Even when people are assholes, like it's just not in. It catches them off guard if you just walk up on them like, "Hey, what's up? How you doing?" It just catches them off guard. They have no choice but to smile and say, I'm okay. How are you?" And now they look retarded because, not no offense to nobody, none, but now they look stupid because they just standing there like, I just smiled and shook this girl's hand, and I was just. It's one of them things they can't even help it. So that's something that I do that a lot. I walk right up to them. "What's up, bro? What's happening?" Yeah. And they gotta say what's up. So now they boys is looking at them like, "Damn, this nigga just what the fuck just happened?"
You told me you hated his guts.
You told me you was on his face.
It works because I've seen them go to people and speak, and also their eyes get bugged, and they don't know quite how to react, but it's in the moment. And they always speak. I haven't seen anyone go sideways yet.
The voice goes up. "What's happening, man?" You'd be surprised.
It is so weird because I'm looking like, is he gonna speak? And I'm like, because I'm always prepared not to speak. I will walk past you like racist white people do in the grocery store when you ask them a question. Like,
this is white people.
Racist white people. You ever been in the grocery store and you saying something new, and they just, I got my ghost suit on because they don't see me. Yeah, that's how I do people. I'm an introvert, so I don't believe in expensing energy to irrelevant people. So I won't walk up and say, "Hey." Now, if you say hey, I may say hey, but I'm not gonna walk up and say hey. That's just me. So I'm the
Man,
opposite of my sir. Hey,
I'm
hey,
Tiffany said the same.
listen. I'm
yeah,
standing 10
hey.
toes down. If you speak to me and we wasn't cool, I'm not speaking back.
That means we
So
gotta
me and
wrestle.
Steve are more alike then. So we ain't speaking to somebody, yeah, they don't like them. We be like, you speak? Nope, I ain't speak either.
Please, like, don't act like we friends. Don't speak to me now.
Period.
Uh, you
You
want
can
to
fake it.
wrestle?
Look like you want to rap. Get a lifestyle event coming near you.
Right.
Baby, you'll be escorted at the door.
I already thought about doing a little boxing smoker. Hey, I
Yeah,
know
she
Sam
said I
she know about the military boxing smokers they do. They get people in the ring together, put some gloves on them, and say, "Hey, what you gonna do?"
I don't even need gloves. I'm just fighting.
All right.
Only.
Come on. See, look at you.
I already
Always got
asked Tyre, can he put me in a ring so I can wrestle? Because I got a wrestle kink. So let's go. I'm ready. I'm ready. I stay
Mud
ready.
wrestling. Mud wrestling would be fun. I do mud wrestling.
But come on, mud wrestling. I'm down with it. Just
I'm
don't.
down with mud wrestling.
I just don't want to do it in the baby.
I gotta take my eyelashes off though. I can't mess my lashes up. Y'all, if you know, you know. No, you know.
Tell them it takes too much to put those lashes on right and get them to stay on.
Right. Well, I get mine done. I pay for services. I don't do it myself. So, anywho,
Yep.
yeah, it's just open. We kind of open right now.
We
You
just
might,
stopping it
yeah.
up. I
Yeah,
mean, if y'all ain't gonna say nothing, I can start telling jokes.
please, close your ears, Daddy. Please, somebody say something. I'm playing. I'm playing, Daddy. Go on with your jokes.
Well, now I don't want to tell it.
Oh, I hurt your feelings. I'm sorry, love. You can go
All
ahead.
the fun out of it.
You going in the book, Summer.
That's all right. Where's my little
My
clicker?
name
Over there. Click.
Going in the book.
going in the book.
Down by the lake. But yeah.
So yeah, it's well, it's almost 8 now. I mean, if any y'all, I know y'all got something y'all want to say. Y'all better say something, because all
The
right.
jokes are
So
coming.
So I have my hand raised. Is it possible? Hold on, I'm trying to turn my camera on. Okay, here we go. Is
there
it
you go.
possible I can ask a question?
Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely.
Okay. Good to see y'all again. Happy New Year. I haven't seen y'all since
Sure.
last year. So
Right. That's it.
Even ages.
newly pregnant.
Oh,
Um, thank
congratulations.
you. And the last time I guess my husband here, has spoke to you guys, we had just gotten married. So honeymoon baby.
That's what I'm
And
talking about.
we're
Right up
trying to kind of figure out how to navigate during this time. And I think because one, um, my hormones are high and all over the place. There are days when I'm still in my first trimester and it is driving me crazy. For the women with kids in here, you guys know food aversions, tired all the time, all of the things.
Yeah.
And we're trying to figure out, do we need to pause this? Do we change the way we're doing this? How do we go about continuing to learn and participate in this dynamic and lifestyle while being pregnant, going through life changes? We also have a 10-year-old that is autistic. He is starting to talk now, thank God.
Yay.
So trying to navigate being his parents, trying to navigate being new parents, being newly married, it's a lot of stuff.
Aw.
So we just wanted to ask advice on anything that you guys may have experienced with these types of life changes within your dynamics.
Wow, that's a
I
good
saw
one.
Queen taking her mute off, and I was
Yeah,
thinking about her.
let's go. Go.
May
Yep.
I?
Go ahead, Queen.
Hey, girl. Hey. So I will just say, honestly, education will be y'all best thing to start. Read together, read separately. engage with your reading, find submissive and dominant things that you guys can read and engage. And because you're in your first trimester and then you have another child, that takes a lot of energy, period, trying to do a dynamic with children in the house. Believe me, we had three for 5 years, three children, three daughters in the house at the same time, hosting events. That is rough. But if you guys educate yourselves separately, and then just start slow with your BDSM and kink in your marriage, in your new marriage, and while you're pregnant, you guys can learn how to guide and lead while you're pregnant because you still can do it while you're pregnant. And you still can do it while you raise kids. It's rough, but it's also great that you have a partner in the house that you can do it with. So
Yeah.
he can lead you and then you can follow, but you guys can read and educate. Education is such a great intimacy. It's so great.
Yeah.
We read in the bed sometimes, and he'll read a chapter, I'll read a chapter, and I'm like, oh, I think I want to try that. Can we reread? Like, try your education first. That will get you guys in a better place with it. That's just my opinion. We've done that in the beginning with
Yeah, so
children.
we've actually been participating in you all's academy, the free version at the moment. He's almost done with his courses. I'm almost done with mine. I think I'm a little further ahead of him. He works a lot more than I do. So I'm almost done. He's like halfway done. So we're getting through that. We watch a lot of videos. Like I'm just the type of person, I don't do anything without research. Sheba, I had talked to you before about bipolar disorder and having bipolar disorder and things like that. So I am very big in the research and care for myself. And for him, of course. So we're very big into, doing the research, and talking, really, really, really talking. We did a lot of Brandon the Dom videos, and we printed off his sex menu thing, and we went through that. We filled it out separately, came back together, talked about it, things like that. So we're working on the education of it all. We haven't gotten into anything too deeply yet. It's kind of like as soon as we started, we ended up getting pregnant.
Bro.
That life started.
Yeah, life started lifing, and then we ended up getting pregnant. So now it's like, okay, really trying to figure out how to navigate and continue. I don't want to take up too much time. That was just my question, and just asking for advice in that sense. And thank you so much, Queen, for your advice. We will continue to educate ourselves and research, and we really want to build an understanding. I don't like just jumping into things. I'm not in my 20s no more. I like to just, get to know some things, see how it's going to fit with me, how it's going to sit with me, how it's going to sit with us. We've been best friends for 20 years, actually, since 9th grade in high school. So we like to take our time with stuff, as you see.
Speaking of babies, let me go check on them.
Yeah.
What's that he said?
He's going to go check on our son.
Oh, okay.
And I want to throw in for you, Michelle, keep in mind the diagnosis. So as you go through your trimesters, kind of listen to yourself. Because adding this on and all the house stuff, just kind of listen to your inner voice. You may be able to try some stuff physically, you may not, but just make sure that you're having those talks in regards to the BDSM aspect where your emotions get to fluctuate, because what you feel and love today, 3 weeks from now and the nausea is over, you may not feel that. So just make sure you're still having those talks about your mental state as you progress, because that's definitely going to be most important, most beneficial, BDSM education aside.
Right.
Yeah, between him and my therapist, they're going to ask me every week.
Give yourself a lot of grace as well. Understand that your hormones are going to be all over the place. So you're going to be up, you're going to be down. One day you're going to be ready to do it all. The next day you don't want to do nothing. That's normal. Just like, I don't know, tonight you might want pickles and ice cream together for some weird reason. But when you're not pregnant no more, you don't want that. You're like, I don't know why I was eating it then. It was disgusting. But, so that just goes to show you, like, it can be extreme like that. Like, something that you might look at today and be like, this is shit. Give yourself grace to know that it can evolve and later on it might not be the shit for you no more. You know, that don't mean anything really. It just means that you're evolving. That's what it looks like.
Mhm.
So yeah, and congratulations on everything. That's dope.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
absolutely, absolutely.
I got something I want to throw out there.
Right. All right.
Okay, so my ex-wife is a D type and I'm an S type. So do you think it's kind of weird that we play with each other like we used to play with each other and stuff like that? Like she would kind of wait after we got divorced and then we started doing stuff like that. I'm like, is that crazy and stuff like that? And another thing is weird. It's kind of weird because I do have a hard time finding women that's a D type. You know what I mean? Especially where I'm at. You know what I mean? And then there's group. You know what I mean? I don't know about East Coast shit. You know what I mean? Beside that and everything. So can y'all just help me out on that? That's too much. That's it, my fault.
Okay, you were kind of breaking up a little bit, so I didn't catch everything you were saying. If you don't mind going back to the beginning and starting over for me.
I'm saying like me and my ex, I'm a D type. She's an S type,
Mm-hmm.
and so we play every now and then and stuff like that because I'm having a hard time finding a D type. So I was wondering how the S's find a D type, being on the internet and everything like that. Because they don't party like that here in Virginia. So
Right.
I mean, I just yeah.
So the number one way that you'll find somebody is through observation. Just observe, watch, see what's going on around you, engage in conversations, and ask straight up. You got to communicate. That's the number one thing. You got to be able to communicate. Ask questions. And it's kind of hard to be able to gauge off the rip when it comes to females and being D types or S types, because you can't just assume that all females are S types. But the ones that are D types, they tend to let you know. Like you're gonna know that they're D type. So I would say just observe, have small talk conversations, ask the easy questions first. Are you a D type? That works, see where that goes.
Sir Nightmare speak.
Yes.
Sometimes a personality will tell you if they are a D type or an S type. The title that we carry is truly based on our character. Your character dictates being a submissive. That person is nurturing. That person is very obedient. Some people are very, very, very meek and mild, that have that submissive personality about them. That's that character. Then you have that D type personality that's very authoritative, very instructive, person that lets you know up front, this is how I conduct myself. That's that D type. So your character definitely is a good introduction of the entitlement of that individual. So that is another way to analyze if you're not sure. Like you said, invite and just ask, are you a D type? Because your character tells me that you have a very instructive personality.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Right. All right. Any other questions? Anything? I'm about to tell a joke. If
I
y'all
listen. That was my question.
about the joke,
Can you tell us a joke?
of course I can tell y'all a joke. That's what I live for. All right. So here's the joke. I'm gonna tell y'all one, and then we're gonna close out, and then I'm gonna tell y'all another one. Y'all get a two for the day. All right. So a bear walks into a bar. Says to the bartender, "Hey, Let me get a shot of vodka. The bartender goes, "Why the big pause?"
Miss Phillips. He went in BDSM?
Sir, I
Oh,
have a
somebody
joke.
can mute. Yeah, I think somebody needs to mute.
But I thought you would forget the joke.
Sir, may I speak?
Yup.
I have a joke for you, sir.
All right, that's what I'm talking about. Let's hear it.
A father goes into his son's bedroom. He's preparing to go off to college. He walks around his son's bedroom reminiscing what type of college student his son is going to be. So he looks into his backpack. In his backpack, there's a Bible. He said, "Oh, my son is going to be a minister." And then he sits on his son's bed and reaches under the mattress and finds a magazine. He said, "Oh, my son's going to be a pimp." And then he made a mistake and knocked a bottle over on the floor. He says, "My son's going to be an alcoholic." And then he stood up and looked in the mirror and he put all three of them together. He says, "God damn it, my son's going to be a politician."
Pretty much.
That sounds pretty accurate.
That's about
That's
right.
a good one.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You guys are amazing. I love y'all to life.
Love you too.
Love you too.
Y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and close out. Thank you,
Yep.
everybody, for coming out, spending time with us tonight. You see, we try to
Definitely.
keep it real light. We try to keep it informational. I want y'all to keep coming back. If you know
Yep.
somebody that could benefit from this conversation, get with them and tell them, come check out this show with us, and you're gonna enjoy yourself. Tell them that we got jokes. That the jokes is all about the jokes. That's really what it's all about.
Maybe
I mean,
say that last. Like,
And next week, that's what I think I'm gonna do. I'm gonna ask y'all for a joke. I'm gonna tell a joke and I'm gonna ask y'all for a joke.
one
So
get mine right.
next week I'm gonna get a joke from one of y'all. That sound like a good idea?
Yep, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, y'all.
Okay.
Thanks a lot for coming out. I know it's late. Y'all got off of work and y'all said I'm gonna go hang out with these guys for a little while. I really appreciate it. We're gonna keep doing this thing. We're gonna try to do it every week. Just keep your eyes open. We're always gonna post the information in the group. I appreciate y'all. If you have any questions, you can inbox us, ask questions. We'll try our best to answer it right away. If not, please be patient. We will get to it. Go ahead and check out our academy at www.triskelionsacademy.com. You can always go check us out and drop us a line. Let us know what you think. We're still taking constructive criticism. So if you got an idea for a course or something we could offer, go ahead and drop us a line and let us know. We open. Forte horas una and sleep well.
Sorry, you forgot the second joke.
The second. Oh, okay. I'll tell another joke. I don't mind telling another joke.
People a second joke.
All right, here's the second joke. Why do they call seagulls seagulls?
Why?
Because if they flew over the bay, they'd be bagels.
Bad daddy. It's cute. Cute.
Right, yeah. That's good. You know you like that.
I like it. It was good. It was good.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Good night. Thanks for
Bye.
stopping by.
Bye.
Bye.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
It was. You did good.